party hats.
Boom, boom. The whole go bang bang here. Let us begin.
I want you to keep an eye out for the Boogity Man.
VHS Bandits. VHS Bandits.
Welcome to Coxwell
Don't
Academy.
need no DVDs, don't need no Betamax. These are the VHS Bandits.
Hey everybody, welcome to VHS Bandits. This week we watched Kick-Ass Wrestling's School's Out special. Let's pop in the tape.
And it's the premiere match for KW School's Out pay-per-view. Crazy Cracker versus Ace versus RJ.
And now our feature presentation.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome again to VHS Bandits. I am the KevBot. Here, as always, is
Topher Hansson
and
Dane Train.
what's going on, guys?
What a blast from the
Or
past
should
today
I
is.
say Dr. Doom and Captain Obvious?
And I was Uno Momento and Poo Poo.
I was not on the show.
Not there.
So today we went into the archives of our local TV station over here that we record our show at, which has a huge room that we record our show at. And we are literally surrounded by VHS tapes, mini DV tapes, DVDs, beta, all kinds of dead formats. And a lot of our stuff is within this archive.
Cataloged in the Bandits headquarters.
Yeah. And
Recording
Duke
warehouse.
Club Vault.
And there's a lot of stuff from our childhood that is in here. Some stuff from other people that we went to high school with. Some stuff that we made. And we picked out something that these two guys were a part of back in high school called KAW, Kick-Ass Wrestling. So, Kev,
Our backyard a backyard wrestling federation from our hometown that Topher and I were joined at one point and had a lot of fun.
so Kev,
Yeah.
you know the most about the history of this. Can you just give everybody a background on what KAW was?
Of course. So here in our town, four guys in I believe it was high school at the time, big wrestling fans. This is 2000s, 2001, the peak Monday Night War time period, and bunch of people watching wrestling, and these four, I think there's like 4 to 6 people all together, decide that they want to have their own backyard wrestling promotion. The best way to put it. And they knew that they could get stuff on public access, so they started renting gear and doing matches and putting them on. They had half-hour time slot. Now, I was friends with one of the guys who put it on, or was one of the original members of the guys who put it on. And at that time, actually, what's that? Oh yeah, Kamikaze. At the time, actually, there was another backyard wrestling promotion also on our local public,
Oh,
access.
shit, you're right.
Yeah.
I forgot about them.
I
What
had
were
no
they
idea.
called?
I do not remember what they were called.
They're probably in
Not
the vault
as
over here
Kick-Ass
somewhere.
Wrestling.
They were not Kick-Ass Wrestling.
with a
Stomp butt wrestling.
Shrewsbury
I don't know.
Nitro,
Lame
or something
ass
like that.
wrestling.
Totally don't know the name. I knew one of the guys who did it, And by no one of the guys, I mean like I knew who he was. Saw him in the hallway. They did not have a ring. They were just literally in the backyard on grass. And this wrestling promotion, I keep calling it a promotion, but really it was just dudes fucking around with the camera. Started in one of their basements. They had 4 folding chairs as the ring posts, no ropes, and then just pillows on the ground. Now, this was not by any means high quality. There was no budget. It was down and dirty and a really shitty setup. I mean, there were no special effects, but
where are you gonna buy a wrestling ring in the middle of Massachusetts?
Yeah.
When you're 17 years old.
They didn't even try to do like, some people you find online where it's like they do it on trampolines or like they create a ring and they've got like bungee cord for ropes. No. It was literally basement, pillows down. They jumped off folding chairs. It's pretty shitty. We have one of the tapes that's found is the first episode of KAW. I refuse to watch it because of how shitty it was. So in the beginning, there's basically 4 main guys who are the wrestlers, and you had one guy who's the announcer, one guy who's the ref. And those 4 guys all had 2 personas. They had basically an unmasked and a masked. So now they have 8 wrestlers. And you had tag teams like Los Hombres, Uno and Dos, who sounded not Hispanic at all.
They sounded Asian. I think they were
sometimes
Asian.
Italian.
Well, they kept screaming out wasabi.
And yeah. Let's see who else was in there. There's Spike Deadman, The Exorcist, Crazy Cracker,
Ultimate Warrior 3.
Oxide.
That's right, Oxide.
Who I think did not like me at all.
No,
did not want me to be there.
He did not like anyone. Well, he did not like almost everyone.
Especially me.
Yeah, I think that was it. So the guy that I knew, I was also friends with his younger brother, who was like a year younger than me, and this guy was a year older than me. They were just friends I grew up with, and
It was a KevBot sandwich.
that's right. Wait, okay, yeah. So eventually they moved from the basement to the backyard. The backyard setup was. Did you take I don't know if we posted a picture or anything from
By the time that this is up to you guys are listening to this, we'll have pictures and all kinds of stuff. In fact, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to digitize this and put it up on Google Drive with a link. So that way you listeners at home
can watch this shitty
can watch this 1 hour School's Out special, which is really fucking hard to watch.
2001. It was an hour long. We
Yeah.
fast forwarded it.
Yeah, through just about 45 minutes of it was
4
fast-forwarded.
matches, an hour.
So-
So moved to the backyard, and they put down mattresses and a tarp on top of the mattress, and you'll kind of see how the backyard is laid out. But the ring has 3 sides, and one side open that's kind of like leads to a stone wall that we could jump off of, and the ropes are literally just rope, but not like big thick rope or like anything that's covered.
They're
it's
all like droopy.
Yeah.
They're sagging. It's like
they go around wooden dowels that are put into buckets that have gravel in them.
There's like rocks in them, right?
Yeah.
So when they throw somebody up against the ropes, they just stop walking and they turn around and walk the other way as if they bounced off of them.
Lots of imagination here.
Oh yeah,
Lots and lots of
you got to have imagination.
Yeah.
And then there's so on top of the match you have a ref.
Yeah.
And the ref is wearing a t-shirt with striped duct tape on it to look like a referee.
And the announcers, it's like using a karaoke machine or maybe like a microphone through like an old CD stereo
or
or something where it's just all
It's
Like-
wicked overmodulated. Like,
Yeah.
like it's all like
I thought they were
"Oh."
plugged right into the camera because I remember by the time we got there, they had like a portable technical director station.
Really?
I
don't
probably
remember
not
that.
for this episode. I don't know,
Yeah,
but maybe you're right.
probably
Maybe it
later
was through a stereo. I don't know, but I
Could
know
be.
that was there a couple times.
Well,
anyway.
it's like you hear these guys talking. They're like, "Oh, he's got the step fan. Oh, he hit him with a DDT." You know,
a lot of suplexes and a
Lots-
lot of DDTs.
Yes, very, very poor wrestling.
you know what though? There's a lot of
Those
imagination
were the
going
only
on
two
here.
There
moves
is,
that
yeah.
they showed me how to do.
What's that?
Those were the only two moves that they showed me how to do.
Yeah, that
probably because it
was-
was the only moves anybody knew how to do.
That is pretty true. So myself and my buddy, who is my tag team partner, who is the younger brother of the guy who started it, we were a tag team because we were just hanging out at the house while they were filming, and eventually it was like, oh, that's cool. We want to do this too because we also liked wrestling. So we were small and they were bigger. Like we were middle school, just about high school when we started. T-Man, I think you came in freshman year of high school or somewhere around there. And
Probably.
so us being smaller, light kids, they could power bomb us. They could choke, like they could do a lot of moves to us. And we were just like happy to be there. We were just like, hell yeah, older kids playing with us and we get to wrestle. This is awesome. So being that we were smaller, my buddy, who's the older brother, came up with the idea that there would be this whole gimmick and how we'd get our tag team name called the Bedwetters. Because we were younger guys, we came into the locker room, which I don't even, maybe it was the garage, I don't remember. And my tag team partner saw all the other guys and they were bigger and he wet his pants. So he got the name Pee Pee and I got the name Poo Poo. And
Because
that was
you
our
pooped
tag
your
team.
pants.
I never actually pooped my
They
pants.
suplexed you and you pooped your pants
I
on camera.
Pooped my pants. I just squat in the middle of the ring and pooped.
So you had
They
that.
pooplexed you.
I had
Then you
that.
were also another part of another tag team.
Yep. So later on, I just kind of was added to one of the existing tag teams called Los Hombres,
Yeah.
Uno and Dos.
We're in this episode.
They were, yep, as KAW
Sans
tag
you.
team champions. And so I came on as Uno Memento, as their lackey, and they literally just beat the shit out of me.
So on top of you guys, T-Man was in the show, and also our guy Sully, who was on a bunch of our other VHS Bandit episodes, was also on it. So T-Man, tell us a little bit about
Yes.
your character.
So I wanted to do this. I am not like a wrestling fan whatsoever, really. The few times I watch wrestling, which is probably with you guys, which, as if you can recall, not a lot. But I like the in-between stuff more than the actual wrestling. Like
Like the promos?
So like when they're like talking shit and whatever, and like I like all the goofy stuff that goes along with wrestling.
Yeah.
So that's basically what how I wanted to be involved. And I
Like the
remember
gimmicks.
like, yeah, I was 100% a gimmick. My first character though kind of died out. I wanted to be like a heel and like just a shit talking like bad guy.
Yeah.
And so my first guy was Dr. Doom. And
Dr. Doom.
he was basically kamikaze because we both had ski masks. Except I think I had like a painter's mask over my ski mask to like feign that it was a doctor's mask. You know, like if you're like
the ski mask
sanding
spelled
down
doom.
some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a paper respirator.
Yeah, exactly. And I think one day, like, they're like, "Oh, you're gonna be on the show," and I was like, "Awesome!" And then they were like, "Oh, we don't need you," and I was like, "Oh." And then, like, I think John called me, and they're like, "Oh, someone's not here. Can you come down?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then I came down, and had no fucking idea what I was doing or getting into at all. But so then I was Doctor Doom for like 1 or 2 episodes, and then they created a new character for me because I was so bad at actually wrestling that it did not, they're like, okay, this guy is not good. So I was basically like a comic relief character at that point that could just be bad and shit talk and stuff. So they created Captain Obvious for me, and I guess the gimmick was that I would like commentate my own matches as they were happening. And one of the like main matches that I remember is that I fought myself while commenting.
That's right.
And
I remember that.
Yeah,
I was
very
for,
tired.
I remember the KW championship too.
Yeah,
you might have been the referee.
Yeah. And that was one of the things, because I was like 100% a gimmick and like not a good wrestler at all. And that's why like the Oxide character / real person did not like me.
So who did John play?
John was Caden. And he would Cadenize you. And he had a long-standing feud with Spike Deadman.
Oh,
it was actually really good.
I remember we would like all have lunch together at high school. He would go Cadenize. I'd be like, what is that from?
Cadenize.
I remember watching some KW on TV back then, and I think at the time I don't even know if I knew that it was you guys. But I remember the commentator going, "Oh, pee pee and poo poo, pee pee and poo poo," and
pee pee poo poo.
I didn't even know if it was you guys or not because it was so like the quality is so shitty. I couldn't even tell who was on screen.
It's pretty bad quality. So it's just like one standing camera.
Yeah,
and it's up on a deck, pointing out like the open space so it can see the whole ring. It's just one static shot.
Yeah.
It's pretty terrible.
Now, way back in the day, Sully asked me, he was like, listen, Dane, we're going to bring back KW. Now, this is still in high school when KW had already ended, right? At this time, it was like late high school.
Yeah. So there was a point
2004, 2005.
Where tapings for KW like just became less and less frequent. The main guys were getting older in high school, getting jobs, getting girlfriends. And eventually they were just like, nah, we're done. So John and I were like, we got to bring it back. We got to do this. We got to do that.
Pass
we would
torch.
plan out. Yeah. Never panned out.
No.
Would have been awesome.
Well, he pitched this idea where
that's too bad.
He wanted, like, I was psyched to do it. I told him, I said, listen, dude, I don't really want to like wrestle. I'm going to fucking break my neck, but I would love to do some like, be like a general manager or
You'd
a
be
promoter.
the next Teddy Long.
Yeah, I wanted to be like Teddy Long
It's a tag team, sucker.
or who am I thinking of? Or like a Paul Heyman type of a character.
Oh, yeah.
Or Paul Bearer. You know what I mean? I want to be like one of those guys off the side, and I'd be like, all right, you two.
Pee-pee. Poo-poo.
All right, you two. I'm gonna be facing off in the ring at the next pay-per-view. No holds barred match. I was going to be that guy who just spat shit out of his mouth about who's going to do what.
That would have been way more organized than the original KW. There was literally no rhyme or reason. Like there was kind of storylines. Like I said, Caden and Spike Deadman had a good feud, but it's like, all right, what are we going to do today? What did we do on the last one? I don't remember. Which one is airing this week? Whatever. Let's just go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I remember there
Captain
was
Obvious. Go against Hadley, the ref.
Oh yeah, I did fight Hadley, didn't I?
I think you did, yeah.
I think I did. Hadley definitely got in there. Who is Hadley the referee?
Hadley the referee.
He
the
probably
referee
kicked
for
my
almost
ass.
every match who was the least attentive ref.
That's because there's no rules. What's he supposed to keep track of? He's just there to count the pins and get hit by chairs.
Pretty much.
And when people want to set up tables, he helps them.
He does.
Now,
terrible.
So in finding these, we found I'm sure that there were a lot more of these, but they're probably long gone. There's 4 tapes here, right? 2 of them are regular VHS, 2 of them are SVHS. So 2 of them we couldn't watch because I don't have my SVHS VCR. I got my regular one here right now. I'd have to bring my other one for us to watch these other ones. So we got KW episode 1, which is regular VHS. KevBot did not want to watch that.
No, thank you.
We have this one, the KW special School's Out special, regular VHS. And then we have 2 that are on SVHS. We have KW 13.
Could be good.
Who knows?
No idea.
And KW Christmas, which I think we're going to have to save for Christmas time this year.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure someone dresses up as Santa.
All right. We're going to have to check that out. But like I said, what I think I'm going to do is if you guys check the show notes or whatever on this, the description or probably on our Instagram page, I'm going to digitize this tape and put it up on like a Google Drive thing so you guys can watch it.
You should put it up on the YouTube.
I'll put it up on the YouTube. That's right. I'll do that.
Yeah.
Just a warning. It's hard to watch.
It's very hard to watch.
It's this one, the School's Out special, like I said, was an hour long.
Yeah, you should
We
scrub
fast
through
forwarded through the whole thing. There are 4 matches. First one, I don't know any of the guys in them. I don't even remember those guys.
So did you write down some notes? So let's talk.
I wrote down one of the matches.
All right. So we have 4 matches. So it starts off with like a montage of probably what was episode 1 with the guys in the basement.
The opening was really cool. I liked the opening a lot.
There's like some new metal in the background.
It's like some Seven Dust music or something like that.
And it had like some cheesy analog KW title on the front, and then it would say like KW wrestling match, you know?
Yeah.
And so we had a match. It was,
I don't know the guys' names, but I remember when we tape, we would just like random, like if we taped on a Saturday, one of the guys on Friday would be like one of his friends in school, just be like, hey, we're going to tape. Do you want to like come and wrestle? They'd be like, yeah. They'd come and they'd be a character and then we'd never see him again. Or they show up like twice ever.
Because they got their asses kicked.
Yeah.
They couldn't handle the kick-ass wrestling.
So the first match is 3 guys, no idea who they are. Terrible match. And I don't remember ever seeing or wrestling those guys ever again. It's 3-way match, 3-way dance. 3 guys.
Ooh, 3-guy kiss.
Not a whole lot of kissing in this one.
Oh,
you're thinking of the other.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the second one was a tag team match.
Second was a tag team match.
That lasted like fucking half an hour.
It did. It was Ultimate Warrior 3 and Kamikaze versus KAW Tag Team Champions Los Hombres.
So there was a lot of stuff going on here. We had bamboo sticks.
Yeah.
One that broke. We had a shopping cart that people went through.
Rusty shopping cart. There was
a stop sign. A chair. Steel chair.
Yep.
Lots of stuff. A bucket. Trash can.
Oh, yeah. Someone pulled out a ladder. A step stool, I would say. That was more of a step stool than a ladder. And a mannequin head.
Oh yeah, mannequin head. That's right.
And a sombrero.
Yep. One guy took one of the bamboo sticks
and a pizza pie plate.
Oh, that's a stop sign.
That's a stop sign.
Oh, that was the other side of the stop sign.
Yes.
I thought there was another thing that. All right, well maybe whatever. You can cook a pizza on a stop sign.
True.
So it was during this match that we finally said, "Whoa, let's fast forward this whole thing." Because
that match was like
it has so many like false endings.
Oh,
yeah. There were way too many 2 counts over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So after that, we had. So that was a tag team. Who won that? Was it Los Hombres?
Kamikaze.
That was Kamikaze.
Yeah, Kamikaze and Ultimate Warrior 3.
Yeah,
not 2, 3.
So then after that, we had a kick-ass wrestling.
Not to be confused with the actual Ultimate Warrior. He did not show up.
No.
He did not, despite the $10 that we paid him. Second match was Oxide and Spike Deadman for the KAW Hardcore Championship, which all these matches were hardcore.
Yeah,
no one gave a shit.
There was so many things that happened. The ref did
Especially
nothing.
the
He
ref.
didn't count anybody out. There were no fouls, no nothing.
No fouls, no penalties.
So then
that's when the ref helped one of them put set up 2 chairs and put a piece of plywood on top.
And they tried to go on top of it 3 times and it wouldn't break.
Yeah. Just
They
like
finally said, fuck it. They put it
just
off
like
to the side.
Botchamania.
Well, then, Oxide was trying to put Kamikaze Spike Deadman through the wood, and even at one point, Spike Deadman helps him set it back up, and then lets him be thrown on it again.
Good camaraderie in this wrestling promotion as they help each other sometimes.
This one I think had 2 commentators on this.
Oh, that's right.
They were talking over each other the whole time.
The whole time. Terrible. And then the last match was Crazy Cracker versus Exorcist. And then Oxide came and interfered.
Oh, yeah.
And beat the crap out of both of them.
Who won that one?
I don't remember. Maybe it was Crazy Cracker.
And that was it.
Did Spike Deadman hold on to his championship?
Yes.
I think so. They had one of those nice plastic, like WWF, like KB toy
belts,
wrestling belts.
Yeah. Although at one point they actually ordered custom belts, and it took like 3 years to get.
Holy shit!
This was kind of the beginning of the DSL, DSL internet age, where it's like
not dick sucking lips.
No,
internet.
not dick sucking lips. I mean, you could go online and find that. Dicksuckerlips.com.
Suck a dick, motherfuckers.
That would have been a great tag team.
Yeah, suck a dick, motherfuckers.
Oh my God. We're going to suck your dick to death. Pin him.
Listen, motherfucker. You're getting your dick sucked.
If we bring KW back, we're going to call it KW 2000.
KW 2000. I love it.
And
we're gonna get more fans than Impact Wrestling.
KW 2.0.
We're gonna be on Fox Sports Network.
Yeah. And then we're gonna have tag team champions to get suck a dick motherfuckers.
So if you had to come up with a wrestling name now, what would it be?
For KW?
Yeah.
KW 2000.
No. Like if you what would your wrestler name be?
If I was on the show,
yeah.
Oh man, I couldn't be a wrestler, dude. I would have to be one of those promoter.
All right.
I'd be like a manager or whatever. Slick Groove. That's a character that T-Man and I came up with a while ago. I'd be Slick
He's
Groove.
a bass player for Space Station.
Yeah. I'd be Slick Groove.
T-Man. Would you keep any of your in-ring names, or would you create a whole new character with your new wrestling abilities after your experience in kick-ass wrestling?
Oh man, no. I mean, I would have to stay as Captain Obvious, I think.
Keep up the legend.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be like I think I'd hang low for a while, and then I'd like come mid-season, and like it'd be like a big reveal that one of the returning old wrestlers is back in action.
The commentators
Captain Obvious can't die.
What's going on? Whoa, who's in the ring? Oh my god!
Exactly.
Is that it? Is that who I think it is? Oh my god! It's it's Captain Obvious!
My intro would be I would be suspended from the rafters, being like flown in very slowly,
and it would just be
like
a
on some
wedgie
shoddy
the whole way down.
Yeah.
It's in my ass.
until you
What
fall
about you?
off and kill yourself like Owen Hart.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
Today's the
Well, let's
anniversary
hope
too.
not.
Oh shit! It is. Oh no!
Dang
I'm
train.
sorry.
Poor
I'm
Dang.
sorry, wrestling fans.
Boo.
Sorry.
Boo.
Sorry, I tell you what, it'd be a thing where like, oh, the lights go out, even though we're outside. All the lights go
Even though
out.
we're still in my friend's backyard.
And then you hear the theme song, and everybody in the crowd goes wild, like, whoa, what's going on? Whoa.
Oh yeah, we did have theme songs. Because this episode there was no theme songs, but
There
down the line we
there
had
were-
theme songs.
There was a song at the beginning of every match. There was a quick song.
Yeah, everyone did have intro music, which hopefully it was so shitty that we won't get copyrighted, because Los Hombres
I did not
had
hear it at all.
Latino Heat.
Latino Heat.
They had Eddie Guerrero. Someone had Triple H's music. T-Man, do you remember Captain Obvious's music at all? Is it just like
Captain Obvious's music was the Super Mario theme. It was like a ska rendition of Super Mario.
Oh, really?
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know what?
What about you?
I think the Bedwetters had Purple Haze by Jimi Hendrix,
Ooh.
which I did not pick at all. I'm not opposed to the song.
doesn't
I just
make
don't
any
think it's
sense.
like good
It's not fitting.
wrestling intro-y.
You should have
No.
had Green Jello shit, man.
Yeah.
And I think Caden was Rumblefish or something like that from Seven Dust. I don't know.
No. Caden
Sully,
had
let us
System
know.
of a Down.
Ooh.
Maybe he had Toxicity
Oh,
or something from that
I think
album.
it was. Yeah, it was Toxicity.
Yeah. And I remember
Yeah.
Spike Deadman had Enter Sandman, but done by the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
Ooh.
That's the only one I remember.
You know what? So I take it back. I wouldn't be Slick Groove. It would probably be a homage.
Kickback Flash.
No, I mean, so back in high school, my nickname was Big Dane. And
Big Dane.
back when T-Man and I did movies, it was called Big Dane and Chris Productions. So I think I would just be Big Dane as a homage to high school.
You'd have to wear a fat suit.
Yeah,
and
I
like
would.
have a fake mustache.
You want a match?
And like,
You gotta go see Big Dane.
ooh.
Hey guys.
And then we go into like the hallway. There's like one of those like side little promo things, and there's like a door that says like general manager or Big Dane's office. And you open the door, and it's like obviously there's like a cheap desk with like one fake plant in the
One fake
corner.
plant, yeah. And then a framed picture of whatever WWE movie's coming out.
Right. And they come in, everybody's like, you hear like the background of the
Marine
crowd.
12.
Yep. And or in this case, it'd be we have one of T-Man's movies in the background. Probably have, like,
Marine 12.
Yeah, we
I'll
got
have to start a whole new production company that just stars KW wrestlers.
It could just be
KW Films.
It could just be Lock and Load movies.
Oh, Lock and Load.
Lock and Load 14.
Oh yeah.
Back in
For those
time.
of you guys who don't know, our big break in movie making was a big action movie that we made in high school called Lock and Load. Maybe we'll have to do an episode on that someday.
I feel like
Maybe we will. Maybe we should put that on YouTube and do an episode on it.
Yeah, okay. I think we could do that.
But they also had, it didn't get made, but they also had plans and a poster for Lock and Load 2.
Lock and Load 2 Parabellum, which the new John Wick movie just came out called John Wick 3 Parabellum.
Oh,
I'm
man.
Like, man, I stole my idea.
That's right.
And
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna do Lock and Load 2000 or 3000, and it took place in the
3000.
future.
And then don't forget about Bon Voyage.
Bon voyage! Yeah. Oh man.
It'd just be those, that'll be your
We
office decor.
We do have a poster for Bon Voyage, so that will definitely go in the corner of the.
Are you
the
hanging
fake
it back
office.
up in your house?
I still have a copy. T-Man still has a copy.
Nice.
So,
I remember it hanging up in your room.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You could
it's,
hang it back up in that exact position.
in the same room because
Yeah.
now I own that house.
That's true. Right.
So
Sorry, honey. No nice art. We're going to put up Bon Voyage.
no. It's probably. I think I'm gonna fill my garage with a bunch of like because I have posters for like our old TV shows like Creepy Castle and stuff.
Yeah.
Probably gonna put all that stuff down in the garage.
Nice.
The man
nice.
cave, you know. But yeah, so KW never came back into fruition, but
Never
who
came
knows?
back.
Who knows? Maybe someday.
There's still hope.
You know, maybe if we can get Sully to come back up here, T-Man, you come back, we'll all have a big East Coast reunion, and we'll bring back KW for one last ride.
One
last match.
Yes.
In
That'd
the
be great.
grandest stage of them all.
And
I'm into it.
it'll be like when wrestling legends return to the ring because we'll all just be out of shape
Yeah.
and balding and
We just give each other chops to the chest,
Yeah.
you know?
Ugh.
That's it. I give you the stink face, you know? That's about it.
And then one of us has a heart
Hey,
attack.
what were your special moves, KevBot?
Oh, did you guys have finishing moves?
I did frog splash. And not to toot my own horn, but I think I had a pretty good frog splash
Oh, boy.
because
Nice.
I was pretty agile, and now I am super fat and not super fat.
You're
I'm
not
just very out
super
of shape.
fat.
And I don't know if I had another finisher. I probably did, But like we said before, it was just like suplexes and DDTs and just punches.
Yeah.
T-Man, what was Captain Obvious's finisher?
Captain Obvious's finishing move was the pin.
The devastating pin.
Ooh. Yep.
Yeah.
If you get pinned for 3 seconds, you're finished.
I'm gonna pin you, and then I'm gonna pin you.
Whoa.
I think Dr. Doom was just a DDT because again, it was the only thing I knew how to do.
Yeah. Yep. I had a few other characters that I either had like once or was always like, let me do this. They're like, no, that's dumb. One was
Really?
Inferno,
Like what?
and I was in a match, and I'm pretty sure me and the other guy only did DDTs. It was pretty bad. Cool. Yeah. Pretty bad.
Dude, I remember the first time I wrestled, or it might have been Captain Obvious. I don't know, but I like threw up behind his house.
Oh, I do remember
Or I was like gagging. I was like dry heaving because I was so like winded and like broken.
That might have been after the match where you faced yourself, because that was a lot of energy.
That might have been it.
Yeah.
I think it might have been that one.
So Dane, do you remember if you were watching around that time?
Yeah.
When WWE would do like all these vignettes and montages where it's like they had like some popular song. I can't remember what it was.
I can give you a perfectly good example. I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
There was a time when Kurt Angle was coming back and they used that song Clocks by Coldplay, and it was like this big promo video for the return of Kurt Angle.
So
Is that what you're talking about?
Not quite like that. It was just like showcasing like, oh, this guy does this crazy move. And it's just like, they had like some new medley song. And it's just like, wrestling. Yeah.
You mean like that song that used to be the SmackDown theme? Move to the music, play the fucking
It was,
music.
yeah, kind of like, an intro.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Yeah.
So KW had one of those too.
Oh.
Yeah. I think it was like to Saliva or something like that. Yeah. No, it was to Lincoln. It was to Lincoln Park.
It was a Lincoln Park.
It was Lincoln
How
Park.
lame.
Yeah.
I'm about to break. KW.
Good times. Good
Oh,
times.
man.
That tape was pretty bad though. Pretty
Man,
bad.
I wish that there were more of these here.
Yeah, me too.
For those
There
of
is
you,
a mini
I
DV
just
tape,
did-
but
I just did a quick like search on YouTube for KW, and there are several other wrestling promotions called Kick-Ass Wrestling, and none of them are the same one. So if you're Googling it, it's not the same one
yeah,
that we're
if you want the
talking
one that
about.
we're going to, you have to get the link exclusively from the VHS Bandits.
yeah.
Yes. Because there's one that's actually seems like fairly legit.
Yeah.
The one in Memphis called Kick-Ass Wrestling with like they have a real
that
ring
seems,
anyway.
That seems like
I don't
it'd be
know.
pretty legit.
Yeah.
Did you just do KAW or Kick-Ass Wrestling? Kick.
KW
Yes.
and Kick-Ass Wrestling.
Let's
either
take a
or.
look. There's a KAW
But yeah.
TV from 1999. That's like the same time.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Jeez. KAW title. Wow. Crazy. Not to be confused with our amazing backyard
No,
wrestling.
they don't hold a
federation.
candle.
Clearly, because they did not have a Captain Obvious. It's obvious.
Or a
They
pee-pee
did not
and
have.
poo-poo.
Or bedwetters.
So these tapes are sandwiched between a couple of other tapes from another show that we remember back when we were in high school called Circus TV, made by some guys that are a couple of years older than us. And it was like a weird skit comedy show that was pretty cool. So maybe we'll have to do that show.
I
at some
love
point,
that
too.
show.
That
That's
show's
what
great.
like that show actually like got me into like TV production because I saw it on TV. I was like, oh, these are just fucking people that live in our town and you can make your own TV show.
Yeah.
And I was so like inspired by that. And then we made our own TV shows, and here we are.
Yeah, the Super Duper Double Decker Do Club.
Dane actually
Dude Club.
in middle school or high school actually gave me a tape of that, and that's where
Shit,
that was
I
the
did.
first exposure to Silent Night, Deadly Night 2.
Oh yeah, because it was called
Oh,
Ricky
yeah.
Martin Gone Wild, and it
Yeah.
was just the scene from it was just the Garbage Day scene from Silent Night Deadly Night 2.
Garbage Day.
So like in high school in the hallway, we'd pass each other and we'd just be like, Garbage Day.
And we'd never even seen.
Yeah, just
we
cracked
just
up.
knew it as Ricky Martin Gone Wild, which made no sense. Yeah, we'll have to do that show at some point. But
That'd be fantastic.
so even before that, so when I was like a little kid, probably early middle school, I was late at night and I stayed up and I put on SPAC, the local public TV channel, and there was like this Halloween special of short Halloween shows from this guy named Ken Starr, and it like blew my mind. Somehow I don't know, at that time in my life, I knew that there was like local public TV, but I didn't know anything about it. But I saw like this like homemade thing, and I was like, wow, that was my first time being exposed to like home movies. You know what I mean?
Did that inspire you to get your camera?
Yeah.
And make some shit?
That's right. And
Make
shit
some
it
junk.
was. Shit and junk it was.
Make some shitty junk.
Shitty junk. So as T-Man and
By
I,
Shitty Mike.
Team-
Shitty Mike and the Pooh Crew.
we've been making movies since we were kids, and they're all shot on VHS-C, and most of them, we didn't want to be in front of the camera, so we used action figures. So
Well, I think that's just we could do so much more because we do have one live action video that we did.
well, we have a
Super
couple from back
Dracula.
then. We got we did Pulp Play Fiction Zone.
Well, that was like in school, but
Oh,
like when
yeah.
we first started, like solely at your house.
Oh yeah. What was the live action one?
It was assassination.
Mercenary
Madness.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that was something. All right,
Mercenary Madness?
we're not putting that on YouTube.
Oh, maybe we will.
I don't know about that.
Oh,
That's not going on YouTube's.
I don't want to watch
Anyway,
it.
I don't
any
wanna
more
watch it, yes.
KW stuff?
What's that?
Any more KW stuff?
Think that'll do it for now, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, we could only find the few tapes, and I don't want to watch the first one, so.
So we're just gonna have to save the Christmas special for December.
And also when we have an SVHS player.
SVHS player, which I can grab one from home.
Yeah.
So no problem.
So,
So.
yeah. I mean, that's kind of the history of public access kick-ass wrestling.
And if you guys have any backyard wrestling videos or any other awesome
call.
public access shows that you remember, send us an email to thevhsbandits@gmail.com. If you can upload those videos, we'll take a look. I mean, I love crazy public access stuff, so please send that stuff our way.
Yeah. I like watching bad wrestling. If it's super violent, though, like smashing fluorescent bulbs over people, I'm not going to watch it. Just going to put that out there. There's like the extreme.
Yeah, I like cheesy
like
stuff,
the late
not
night
like actually
commercial
violent.
on E. You'd see the super extreme backyard wrestling,
Yeah.
and then the ladies with the big party hats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Good stuff. All right. Take us out there, KevBot.
All right. Thank you guys for listening to this episode of the VHS Bandits. I am the KevBot, a.k.a. Shitty Mike and the Pooh Crew.
Full circle. And this has been Captain Obvious signing off.
And this is Big Dane reported from KAW. We'll see you next time right back in the ring next Monday night.
As always, be kind and rewind.